got Trump and Elon Musk is beef. All right, so let's go. So let's see if we can find something. Earlier today, they were saying that they was reporting that Trump, that they agreed to speak on the phone. I didn't agree. I didn't believe that because then later on they were reporting that Trump refused to talk to him. He said he didn't want to talk to him. Let me show y'all what the initial report was of what they were saying about them agreeing to speak on the phone. Let me see if I can find a better one. Get up off that. All right, this is what they were reporting that they were going to do initially.
Beautiful truce could be coming today as President Trump and Elon Musk will reportedly speak over the phone to hash out their differences that spilled over into the public.
Lucas Tomlinson is live in Washington with all the details for us. Hey, Lucas.
Well, good morning, Ainsley. Good morning, guys. Peace talks are in the offering today after President Trump and Elon Musk appeared headed for divorce after a bitter feud over X yesterday. The first shots were fired in the Oval Office.
Elon and I had a great relationship. I don't know if we will anymore, but I'm very disappointed in Elon. I've helped Elon a lot. And I'll be honest, I think he misses the place. I think he got out there and all of a sudden he wasn't in this beautiful Oval Office.
White House aides rushed to schedule a call today with the world's richest man to broker a peace deal. Both Trump and Musk were textually active Thursday afternoon, hurling invectives at one another. Here's Trump posting, Elon was wearing thin. I asked him to leave. I took away his EV mandate that forced everyone to buy electric cars that nobody else wanted, that he knew for months I was going to do, and he just went crazy. Musk responding, without me, Trump would have lost the election. Dems would control the House and Republicans would be 51-49 in the Senate. Musk threatened to scrap his spacecraft used to ferry astronauts into orbit, saying, in light of the president's statement about cancellation of my government contracts, SpaceX will begin decommissioning its Dragon spacecraft immediately. And later, Musk walked it back. Okay, we won't decommission Dragon. Here's Elon at 3:10. Time to drop the really big bomb. Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. That is the real reason they have not been made public. Have a nice day, DJT. Many Democrats.
The tour poster's here.
Is that an ad? Oh, no. We got to switch over to premium. Give me a second.
SpaceX will begin decommissioning its Dragon spacecraft immediately. And later, Musk walked it back. Okay, we won't decommission Dragon. Here's Elon at 3:10. Time to drop the really big bomb. Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. That is the real reason they have not been made public. Have a nice day, DJT. Many Democrats pounced.
This divorce was predictable, if not inevitable, because it was always a marriage of convenience.
The Dems, we've been dumping all over Musk and vandalizing Teslas or whatever, and now suddenly we might be more back into him.
The roots of the feud are over Trump's big, beautiful bill. Musk says it adds trillions to the debt. Republicans say it includes nearly $2 trillion in savings.
I've had a lot of love and respect for you for what you've done for this country over the last several months, but you've lost your damn mind.
I tried very hard to speak with Elon over and over, and to talk with him about what I believe are misconceptions he has about this bill and what it is.
There are no plans for President Trump to launch airstrikes against Tesla dealerships nationwide, something you perhaps confirm with our defense secretary later in the show, guys.
Right.
So essentially what you're seeing is that Elon Musk and Trump had a fallout, right? The White House aides, because what was all over my timeline earlier this morning was that all of the aides and the people that was in the White House was all scrambling in order to get them to make up, because obviously this was all over the news yesterday. This was the main thing that they had been talking about. Elon Musk had basically went zero dark 30, and he had been trying to figure out and say some of the worst things that he could say about Trump. Trump obviously did a press conference inside of the White House office, the Oval Office, and he was saying that Elon Musk just feels some type of way about the fact that, they're taking away the EV mandates, and he always knew about it, but at the same time, he didn't necessarily say anything about him outside of the fact that he had a black eye. He just kind of ribbed him a little bit. But Elon Musk just went full toddler. He went full toddler. Elon Musk went full toddler. He went full, oh man, the real problem is that Trump is a part of the Epstein files. And what I was saying yesterday when I first heard that was, well, wait a minute. If you didn't like him and you felt like he was not a good person or part of the Epstein files or whatever, right? Then why were you hanging out with him in the first place? Yes, the richest man on earth went full toddler. Why were you hanging out with him in the first place? Why would somebody that has such negative disposition about how you lived your life be so quick to align himself with you and be wearing all of your hats, 45, 47, and all of that, right? Why would he do that? Why would he have that perspective? Nobody cares. I'm gonna be honest with you. Nobody cares. Zero people care about what. Nobody is digging. Nobody is trying to figure it out. Man, that case is so old. If you was gonna drop something, then you should have dropped it a long time ago. Honestly, I just really don't think that anybody cares. Yeah, why would you want Trump around your son? I think that he went full Kanye. Even Kanye, even Ye was on X, formerly known as Twitter, saying, no, y'all shouldn't be arguing all of this stuff. So essentially, you had a situation where the White House aides was reporting to the news and they was trying to say, oh, no, they're going to schedule a call to get it back. Trump said that he's not interested in talking to Elon Musk altogether. This is courtesy of the Wall Street Journal, said President Trump and billionaire Elon Musk traded public barbs and insults, rupturing a relationship that had been on one of the most consequential in modern American politics. A Feud exploded Monday. It said what he said. He said what he said. Musk threatened to decommission SpaceX's Dragon vehicle, which a ship NASA depends on for runs to the International Space Station, but later walked that back. See, this is the problem. This is why Elon Musk fucked up, in my opinion. This is why Elon Musk messed up, because you know what's going to happen? You know what's going to happen? Now, what's going to happen is you can't threaten the American government, right? You can't threaten to say, hey, listen, these government contracts that you guys give me, then if you piss me off, I'll decommission them all together with my private company. Now you really look like a toddler that just got too much money and too much power. You can't do that. You cannot do it. You can't do it. That's where you fucked up. The minute that he actually started talking to business side, see, the fact that he just made it that personal, it was already a stain on him. It's like, man, look at this guy. What is he doing? Why is he crashing out? But now it almost seemed like, okay, the power just went way to your head. You don't understand how to work with other people. You used to having everybody bow at your feet, and you think you better than the program. You think you better than the program. The minute that you made it personal, and yep, Molly, you're exactly right. I'm sure that Jeff Bezos and everybody else is sitting over there with Blue Origin and all of it, Richard Branson, and they just licking at their chops. If you notice, all of the other people, Mark Zuckerberg, Jeff Bezos, every other CEO, they just like this. They chilling. They chilling. You cannot threaten to decommission runs to the International Space Station. How do you think that this is going to play out? That's so dumb. That's so dumb. That is the dumbest thing ever. I thought that was the biggest. Yo, when you give somebody their phone and you just let them just do shit without even thinking about it. He also said Trump's name was in the files of the Jeffrey Epstein. We'll get into Tesla stock shortly. Where things stand, Trump has no plans to call Musk and has little interest in talking to his former advisor. Senior White House official said the president is also considering selling or giving away his Tesla. Oh, that was where he fucked up. Anytime you got to walk something back in the same day, you messed up. You made a grave mistake, my friend. You made a grave mistake. I don't think that anything is going to happen to Elon Musk in particular, but I think that this is where you're going to start to see you can do things that you can never come back from. Most things you can come back from, behind the scenes, if we feud or we rift or whatever, and then if you start throwing me under the bus, there are people, for example, I'll give you an example. There are people, I always like to relate it back to the normal common folk like us. There are people that I've had like a public truce with. Like they call me, man, Anton, man, I apologize. Let's just bygones be got bygones, whatever. And then I say, okay, cool. Well, listen, make sure that you never do this. Just don't do this. Don't disrespect this person that's in my life or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And they couldn't hold themselves. They couldn't hold themselves. So now for me, I took a mental note of that. At that point, I'm like, okay, well, I'm never even going to speak about this person publicly. But, I heard it. That's all I'm going to say. I heard it. I think Elon Musk went way too far. He went way too far. Way too far. He went all the way down. He went to say the most evil thing that he could ever say in his entire life. Somebody says, "Well, I would love Chris to put your chat up, but I can't put your chat up because you don't have a profile picture. So I'm sorry. New rule for me. I think that everybody should be able to say whatever it is that they want to say in the chat, but at the same time, I can't because I don't know if you're a real person. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what you look like. I don't know if you're a child. I don't know what's going on. So, I can't put it up because you don't have a profile picture. And I just give more credence to people that validate who they are. There you go, Messi. I'm putting your chat up. Shout out to my girl, Messi. Yeah, this is unfortunate. This is unfortunate because he can't control himself. He can't keep his tantrum in order. He can't do any of that. This is where they say pride comes before fall. And ego will have you out here crashed out. It'll have you guys already crashed out. Shout out to William Jessino. Shout out to the new profile. See, now I can put a name with the face and it can make sense. Yeah, I like that.